Hello everybody, this is Callum Shadow, doing his second video of the day to make up for all the, I think it's a month of no videos. If you haven't watched the previous video, go watch that now because it will explain why I've been late and a lot of other things. So, where we left off with Timothy Domingo, I got attacked by Jester. K9 got attacked by Jester, and only I could see him because of some weird reason which I didn't really understand. But oh well, I'll figure it out soon enough. And then we came to the government, but then it disappeared, and nothing happened on the trip. I'm just gonna keep it that Timothy Domingo. Timothy Domingo, with just a little bit of a news with the storyline. When we do trips to other planets or other places or other stuff like that, just mention how long it took, or you can explain it however you want, but it's not really that relevant, so you don't need to explain it if you don't want to. And because I'm not going to explain, I'm just going to say like how long it took. It took about a month to get back to the government. A month in human times and about a week in bionicle times or something like that. I don't know. So nothing really happened on this time. So when they got there, K9 was still battling Jester. But Jester's not really the person I'm still sticking with the storyline because I'm not going to change anything, but just for the future I'm going to explain something. Like you said, Jester's not really the brute, he's more of a mischievous, Sinister in Byrock Dude. I'm not copying off him, but he's got the same manner. He's got really good manners, and he's mischievous, he's clever, he is just, he thinks of stuff before he attacks. He isn't the attacking person. If you get what I mean, then you get what I mean. He does like to attack, but not straight away. He has to think it through first. Next thing... So they get there, and Jester finally leaves K9 alone, because he figures that he's done enough damage for that day. So when they get to the government, leaves him alone for a month. When they get to the mother government, it disappears, don't it? So they don't know what to do now. So Takaron uses his watch thing or something like that to phone the government to ask what's happened and where they'd gone. And the leader of the government is alone, and he's talking to on the screen. He's sweating, he's scared, he's breathing heavily, and he's like, oh god, Takaron, K9, all the others, he's still there. And then Takaron and K9's like, yes. And he's like, please help me, please. I'm under capture by this clown, this thing. He's coming, please help me, please. And then And then he says, the government's under attack. He's taken over it. He's using a copy of me and all this. And he's just like, and then he says, oh god, he's coming. And then in the back of the screen, you can just see Jester in the background. And he does that thing where that's his signature mark, where he twists his head sideways like that. And he does that. And then because Takaron's so speechless and K9's so scared, he doesn't really say anything. And then Jester puts back his arms like he's about to pounce, bends forward, puts his legs apart, and then he springs towards the Matoran and just rips him apart in front of the TV, in front of the camera. Just like no mercy, just rips him apart, shreds him with his claws. And yeah. But this time, everybody else can see Jester, because the thing with the nightmare you can see them, but the Jester, yeah, you can see them at all times. You can't really miss them. So, yeah, except from Ghost. Ghost is the only nightmare creature which can disappear and go through walls and stuff like that. I still don't know what your nightmare creature is. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix your nightmare creature to. You've got a position, right? Which one are you most afraid of? Ghosts, spiders, or fire? So say that. Also, another thing. Then Takara, and then Jester looks at the camera and twists his head again, and then the camera just like shuts off, like the watch thing shuts off. What else? And then Takara now turns around and says, "Who's?" But like Takron's all shivering, and he's just like, "Whose nightmare creature is that?" And then, like, because Takaron is a specialist in like monsters and Makutas and all this, he knows like these things, so he knew that Clownface Jester, is no ordinary Makuta, is no ordinary villain. He knows that he is a nightmare creature because he emanates pure fear. And as soon as he turns around, K9's like on the floor with his knees tucked into his head, and he's just like rocking. He's really scared. And Glace, Pebble and Magmar, both like are really shocked because they've never seen K9 like this. He's always been so calm and collected. He's always like been the person who's like stuck up for them, who's calmed them down. But no, he isn't. He isn't calm. So I'm gonna leave it off there, Tim for Domingo. So I'm gonna leave it off. So K9's sitting on the floor having basically a heart attack. Not a heart attack, but a like a fear attack where he's getting attacked by Jester, but not actually getting attacked. You know what I mean? Like, he's just witnessed his greatest fear kill Matoran in front of his eyes. So he's pretty scared right now. So I'm going to leave you off there. And you can decide what you're going to do, whether you're going to go and save the government, or you're just going to go away and do your own business. So, that wraps up today's video. The next video is probably going to be on Pokemon X and Y. So I'll see you there, guys. Anyway, this is Canon Shadow, signing out. If you're not on part of the Pip Army, don't subscribe. If you do, subscribe. And make sure you slap that like button. Kick in the face!